In the quiet town of North Bend, Washington, mornings usually began with the sound of birds echoing through the mist. But on the morning of May 22nd, 2025, that silence felt heavy, as if the world itself knew something terrible had happened. 3 little sisters, Sophia, Emily, and Grace Decker, were missing. They had been visiting their father for the weekend. What was supposed to be a routine custody visit turned into a tragedy that would shatter the heart of an entire community. Their mother, Jessica, had called police the night before, worried when her daughters didn't return home. She had texted her ex-husband, pleaded for answers, but there was no reply. At first, neighbours told her to stay calm. Maybe the girls had fallen asleep watching TV. But deep down, Jessica knew something was terribly wrong. By dawn, officers arrived at the small house on the edge of town. The scene that greeted them was haunting. The home was quiet, the doors unlocked, lights still on. Their father, John Decker, was nowhere to be found. Within hours, police tapes surrounded the property, and North Bend became the centre of a nightmare no parent should ever have to face. When investigators entered the basement, they found the unthinkable. The 3 young sisters, gone. No signs of a break-in, no struggle. Just silence, grief, and disbelief. The news broke across the nation, and every parent watching felt that same sinking feeling. The kind that makes you hold your child a little tighter that night. Neighbours described the Deckers as a normal family. Church on Sundays, school plays, laughter in the backyard. But behind that image were years of tension, custody battles, and quiet warnings that something wasn't right. In the days that followed, police launched a manhunt for John Decker. Helicopters searched the nearby woods, and hundreds of volunteers joined in. Jessica stood before reporters, trembling but strong, begging for answers through her tears. "I just want my girls remembered for their smiles," she said softly, "not for what was taken from them." It was that plea, not of anger, but of heartbreak, that struck the nation. Vigils were held in parks, candles flickering against the rain. Children left teddy bears on the Decker family's doorstep. Strangers from across the country sent messages of love, grief, and outrage. A week later, police found John Decker's car abandoned near Mount Si. Inside, a note. Just 3 words. "I'm sorry, Jessica." He was later found nearby, lifeless. There would be no trial, no courtroom justice. Only a mother's endless ache, and a community trying to make sense of senseless loss. As weeks turned into months, North Bend slowly tried to heal. The town built a small memorial garden where the Decker sisters once played. Each flower bed bore a plaque. Sophia's smile, Emily's courage, Grace's light. Their school planted 3 cherry blossom trees, symbols of innocence, fragility, and renewal. And when the trees bloomed, pink petals danced across the playground, as if nature itself was trying to comfort those left behind. Jessica became an advocate for domestic violence awareness, speaking softly but powerfully at community centres and schools. She said, "If love hurts you or your children, it's not love. Please, speak before it's too late." Her words became a quiet anthem, one that carried far beyond North Bend, because behind every headline, every breaking news alert, are real lives, and the echoes of laughter that never got to grow up. The story of the Decker sisters is not just a tragedy, it's a reminder. A reminder that beneath every peaceful neighbourhood, every smiling family photo, there can be storms we don't see. And sometimes, the most important thing we can do is to notice the signs before the silence. May Sophia, Emily and Grace rest in peace. And may their story remind us all to listen, to protect, and to love without fear. For more stories like these, please subscribe to our channel, Phantom Hub Files.